The challenge we're facing is we're now going into year 3 of a major, what's been referred to now formally as the Great Recession, and that has hit our county government the same way it's hit everybody else's household. Earlier in the slide, we saw that 44% of the people in this room, although it's a very small measure, or a very small slice of the actual population of Snohomish County, but 44% of the people were not working. Now, some could be retired, others could be still looking for a job. The same impacts on your county household, on your individual household, have hit Snohomish County government. Revenues have sharply declined, and they've progressively declined over the last 3 years. And that means we have to make very difficult decisions as to which services we fund, at what level we provide those services, what priorities we decide to take into account, what do we do, how do we go forward. That's why you're here tonight. We want your input. What's happened though with this Great Recession is that those sales tax revenues that really help stabilize Snohomish County government have plummeted as well. So unemployment's high, revenues are down, and they're down in every single category. No one's spending any money. No businesses are being created, very few, and very little growth, if any, is occurring. But it's not enough to offset the loss in jobs and the loss in the marketplace. Other revenues around the county. So what have we done different than King County? Well, the most important thing, I think, is one, we've done hiring freezes in 2009 and 2010. We did program cuts in 2009, service program cuts in 2009 to balance the budget. We implemented a mid-year furlough in 2009, asked employees to take up to 11 days without pay. But we also reduced the annual budgets both in 2009 and in 2010, and that's the difference between us and King County. They've allowed the deficit to continue to compound over the 12-month period of their fiscal year, so at the end of the year, their number is much, much bigger. It's compounded. Both in 2009 and this year in 2010, we've addressed the issue that has faced Snohomish County by implementing what's called a supplemental budget. We make mid-year cuts and mid-year adjustments. This year we did it across the board. And that's allowed the number to be much more manageable going forward, and it's allowed the service disruptions to be almost minimal compared to what they otherwise would be. So as you can see here, balancing the county's budget at this point means we need to involve our citizens. We have difficult choices. We need to identify what the priorities are that our citizens have for county government, because we are operating in a new era. We are not going to get the resources back into place that we've had in the past. Even if the economy were to rebound, we would not get those resources back. The county as a footprint is shrinking.